Selfie camera, 4K, 30 FPS at the moment. This is stabilization. Colors looking very similar, I have to say. And the colors are natural because my jacket is exactly what I can see, maybe a little bit more what you can see on Vivo. It is a little bit too grey on Oppo in my opinion. That looks good. I'm really happy that Vivo had that software update and now we've got that 4K. But let's switch to 60 FPS now. Okay, so this is stabilization on 60 FPS. I'm really happy about that. Let's check on dynamic range. It is very cloudy, so it's really hard to see those shadows and highlights and all that. But I'm gonna take some selfies now. Ultra wide angle, 4K 30 FPS. I like how much wider field of view is on Oppo. This is stabilization. Switching to main sensor. I think both doing fantastic job here. So this is ×2. Oh, now you can clearly see the difference that Oppo is getting a lot more shaky here. Now 4.3. Now we've got 2 telephoto lens. So this is the first one on Oppo. Let me do some walking. Yeah, it is both shaky on both, and this is ×6. This is the quality. Let's see the furthest distance. Look at that. ×18. You can see the guy walking with his daughter. ×10 here on Vivo. Well, let's take some pictures now. Okay, so this is the movie mode or pro mode, you know, they just call differently. You've got the cinematic aspect ratio on Oppo, but here on Vivo you've just got that normal aspect ratio. But it is good because you've got flexibility in terms of, you know, ISO, shutter speeds and all the features and settings, so it's just always a good thing. And you can change frame rates, add some extra filters, and it is a lot, to be honest, if you want to bring that, you know, footage to the next level. By the way, if you are enjoying my content, big thumb up will be very appreciated, and also a huge thank you to all the new and old subscribers. We're growing bigger and bigger, hopefully 50k soon, so stick around. Let's move on to 4K 60 FPS this time. This is stabilization. Looking good, looking good. Main sensor. ×2. .3, and again we've got those 2 telephoto lenses, so this is ×3, this is ×6. But again, remember, we can go all the way up to ×18, but here on Vivo this is only ×10 available. Okay, so this is portrait video mode on Vivo, and then you can see this dual mode on Oppo. I like both. However, I'll probably use more the portrait video mode for those cinematic vlogs. but this is also pretty good for vlogs. So this portrait video mode isn't available on Oppo, and then dual mode video isn't available on Vivo. You let me know which one is more useful in your opinion. So far I have to say I prefer those selfie pictures a little bit more on Oppo. However, stabilization I think is better on Vivo. But let's take a few more pictures now. Okay, so this is the HDR Dolby Vision on Oppo. However, I like the fact that we have that cinematic video portrait mode on Vivo. Please let me know which device do you prefer so far and why. I think these two devices are probably one of the best choices in terms of photography on a smartphone. I will be getting the Honor Magic 6 Pro, so make sure you stick around because I've got a feeling that's going to be another very great device to compare with these two. Let's have a look at the portrait photography. Okay, I have picked 2.8 aperture as you can see on both. Now I'm going to be using natural color. Same here with Oppo to make it fair, but then again this is the option they can choose from, and you can switch, you know, between lots of different options here and also there on Oppo. But to make it fair, let's keep it natural on both. Set the timer, and I'm just going to be taking shots of myself.
Your things are as powerful. Few things are as powerful as love. As love. Poison is yet beautiful. Love. Love.
Now it's pretty amazing because we have autofocus on ultra wide angle. So if you get close to the subject, you know, you can see all the stuff in the focus, which is always a good thing. On the top of that, you know, there is a pretty amazing macro mode on Vivo, but let's have a look and see how does that compare with Oppo. Okay, so this is the ultra steady mode, and I like that this is available ultra wide angle on Oppo. Sadly, only main sensor. You can clearly see how much better the Oppo is here. Wow. Bear in mind this is only 1080p 60 FPS. Okay, now I switched to ×1 and I'm keeping ×1 on Vivo still, so they both have ×1. But also Vivo can record in ×2, but I don't really see much point. You know, look how shaky this is, even though this is the stabilization steady mode on, so I wouldn't really recommend using this, but I think Oppo is doing a really nice job here. So this is ×10 on both. However, Oppo can go all the way up to ×18. So that's pretty impressive. Let me switch to ultra wide angle to show you how dark it actually is. And I can see that the Oppo is just a little bit wider. Switch into the main sensor. You know, it's hard for me to tell on those small screens, so I'm not going to comment too much. I'll let you decide which one is actually better. We got more details definitely on the Oppo here, So this is times 2. Let's go to times 3. This is the second telephoto lens, but I'll go straight to the telephoto lens on Vivo. This is times 4.3. Well, let's go to times 6, which is more equivalent to what you can see, maybe a little bit further than you can see on Vivo. But I don't know, I think the Oppo is just a bit sharper. Yeah, but that's just me. You let me know in the comments below. Right guys, I had to show you this. This is the main sensor at night. And you can clearly see how much brighter the view is here on Vivo. Wow, it's good because if you want to set up your shot, then you can actually do it here. With Oppo, it is very dark. I am not using those additional features, you know, that you can find here on Vivo. Also, you know, on the top of that, you've got those different styles, starry night, whatever. It is very starry night, but I'm not using that. I'm gonna just go by default. Same here. But you let me know which one do you prefer so far. Interesting. Okay, so this is the selfie camera, and I have to say that colors look more natural on Vivo, even though the Oppo is giving me an extra light in the background to brighten up the face. But it is a very dark night, I have to say. You know, in terms of night photography, it's really hard, to be honest. You know, when you look at the first time, the Vivo pictures are a bit brighter. I like how more natural the night is on Oppo. You can see those stars like way more natural. Some of the Vivo pictures look a bit just too artificial. Like it looks like some of the pictures were taken daytime. But you know, I think it's down to personal preference. So you let me know in the comments below.